I think we are ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is one of the most joyous times that we have. We get to celebrate a whole series of terrific kids. And the thing about our school, we feel like we have a lot of terrific kids, but these kids are particularly special in that they are voted by their teacher and by their classmates to be a representative in the Terrific Kid program. So I think a lot of you know who I am, but just in case you don't, I'm Jerry Malash, and I'm the principal of this elementary school. And I love my job, and I love your kids. But one of the things that is so nice, that makes my job even better, is that we have a situation where we have a service club in town, and if you'll look at the banner behind me, you're going to recognize this club. It's up here, it stays up here. It's the Quanine Club of Azalea City. And for many, many years, this club has been recognizing terrific kids. So before we get started, I'm going to ask the man, he may not have started it, but he came very close to starting, and I'm not sure if he's missed any of these performances all over the award ceremonies all over Putnam County. But I'm going to have him talk just a couple of minutes about the Terrific Kid program, what it is, and why we have it. So, Mr. Charles Overturf, please come forward, and would you introduce the rest of your team, please?
Thank you, Dr. Malash. On behalf of my fellow members, Kingsley Plimpton, Mike Perry, Justin Edwards, who's a proud dad today, and you'll see in a few moments why, and John Rowe, and about 60 other members of Azalea City Kiwanis. We just want to take a moment, welcome parents, and I say grandparents, and other friends that are here to honor these young people. As she said, we're so proud to be a part of the charter school here and have been now for several years. As she said, we've done this for 21 years. In October started our 21st year of honoring young people throughout the county with terrific kids. In a moment, she's going to be reading to you what your children, the students have done, what the teachers have said, and sometimes what even their classmates have said about them, about what they're accomplishing. And we all know how important it is to do the best we can to make the best grades and learn our book knowledge. But we also know it's important to grow up to have good character, honesty, integrity, all of those traits that we know are important for us to be good citizens in our community. So we think it's a well-rounded program. We're certainly proud of these young people, and we just say to each one of you, thank you for what you're doing, and just keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Overturf. I was just told by another Kiwanian that even though Charles Overturf doesn't toot his own horn, in 21 years, I think I'm correct in saying, he has not missed one Terrific Kid ceremony, and that's for elementary schools throughout the entire district. 21 years, that's a long time to not miss one. So give him a round of applause, too. Now, let me just give you a little bit of information. We have asked the teachers to write up a little essay of why his child or her child was selected as Terrific Kid. So this is a little essay. This will go home with your children later on today. Inside, there are a number of different things. So there's a nice bumper sticker that is going to be able to be attached to one of your cars. If you happen to be a grandparent, we've got some extra bumper stickers here that say not my child, but my grandchild is a Terrific Kid. And so they can be handed out. We have certificates from Musselwhite's. We have a certificate from Beef of Brady's, Burger King. You guys are going to be doing some serious eating in this next month. Musselwhite's. And I'm pretty sure that there was another one for a karate. Oh, it must be the other side. 2 sides to this. All right. So we have Pax Karate, and we have Golden Corral. We have a really nice looking certificate from the Kiwanis International Service Club. We have a pencil, and all of this will be handed off to your child in just a few minutes. But before we do that, I'm going to be calling children child by child to come forward, and it's always a little bit intimidating for our young ones, but we do it anyway. So I'm going to start with a really strong, tough young boy, and I'm going to ask Noah Gabriel to please come forward, and he can be the first one right here. You're going to face everyone? You're going to face that camera? All right. So this is Noah. And Noah is in Miss Lee's class. He's a kindergartner. And this is what Miss Lee had to say about Noah. Noah Gabriel has maintained a positive attitude towards learning. Since the first day of school, he has showed great interest in all academic areas of the kindergarten curriculum. He walks in greeting the class and I with warm wishes for a good day. He is always apt to complete his morning work and helps others who forget the instructions along the way. During morning circle, Noah is eager to learn new knowledge pertaining to shared reading books, read aloud books, and poems that I have shared with the class. His hand is always up to answer questions, and he participates in role-playing and reader's theater. Also, Noah strives to do his best during word work and writing workshop by following the rules to conventions of print. When it's time for math, he is the first to jump up with excitement, singing our theme song, "It's Time for Math." He is indeed a motivator. He encourages his classmates to enjoy math time. During center time, he approaches his challenges with no fear. As a result, he is meeting the learning goals appropriate to be successful in first grade. Noah also shares and plays nicely with others during recess. He adjusts well to classmates of different interests, cultures, and ethnic diversities. Most of all, Noah deserves to be honored as a terrific kid because of his outstanding leadership efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Noah Gabriel, who is a terrific kid from Miss Lee's class. All right, now I'd like Kendall Wilkinson to please come forward. Good. All right, Kendall is in Miss Valdez's class. They want to be able to see you on TV, right? Did you know you were going to be on TV? All right, this is what Miss Valdez, who's a kindergarten teacher, has to say about Kendall. As a kindergarten teacher at the Children's Reading Center, I am honored to nominate Kendall Wilkinson as the recipient of the Kiwanis Terrific Kid Award for the first quarter of the school year. Kendall is a great student and a great example to me and to others in her class. Her smile and laugh brighten any room. Kendall consistently follows directions and comes to school each day ready to learn. She is safe, responsible, and respectful on a regular basis. Kendall is a model student to the other children in the classroom. She always does her best work and attempts new challenges with a good attitude. She is genuinely kind-hearted and considerate to everyone. She does a great job academically. Kendall is a very even-tempered child and very patient. She is a great friend and tends to care for all others around her. She does not get upset easily and stays calm in any circumstance. Kendall is extremely outgoing and fun. I can always trust that Kendall is working hard inside and outside of the classroom. She is a child I can trust at any time during the day to follow through with individual assignments. Kendall is a fair and helpful student. She works well in groups and does her best to assist others in need. She takes turns, shares with others, and uses great manners. She is achieving success in her schoolwork because of her consistent determination and hard work. She is a self-motivator and tries her best at any task. I love how much fun she seems to have learning and being around people. As Kendall's teacher, I'm very proud to say she brings such joy to our classroom and helps to put a smile on my face every day. I am lucky to have her as a student and know her as a person. She is truly a terrific kid. Love, Miss Valdez. Wow. Nice job. All right. That was kindergarten. Now we are moving up to first grade, and I'd like Nevaeh, please, to come forward. Nevaeh Williams. This is Nevaeh Williams. Nevaeh Williams is in first grade. Her teacher is Miss Offenbacher. And this is what Miss Offenbacher had to say about Nevaeh. By the way, Nevaeh has a picture of herself with a queen's crown that she can take back with her, that Miss Offenbacher gave her. Many kids are good. Some kids are great. Few kids are terrific. Nevaeh is one of the few that has and always will be terrific. She always has a smile on her face, whether she is working, playing, or helping another student. She follows directions and is never asked twice to do the same thing. When my class seems crazy and chaotic, I know I can look to Dakota and to Nevaeh to have the quiet sign held in the air. Not only is she well behaved, she excels in academics. There's not a better word I could come up with to describe Nevaeh than the word terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, Nevaeh Williams, congratulations. All right, first grade, Lydia Pignato, come on forward, darling. Lydia Pignato is in Miss Stagg's class, and Miss Stagg has this to say about Miss Pignato. Lydia is an extremely hardworking young lady. She's always willing to lend a hand. Her kindness and helpfulness have been a great asset to our classroom so far this year. I can always depend on Lydia to set a good example when it comes to SMART, S-M-A-R-T rules, which are an acronym in Miss Stagg's class for our classroom, namely the rule of being respectful. Lydia is always focused on her work and is willing to help others who need a little extra support. Lydia's greatest strength is her sweet and gentle spirit. She is always wanting to help others to be successful, and she is very attentive to the needs of others. Lydia continues to amaze me every day with her ability to grasp and implement new strategies and her willingness to try anything set before her. For all these reasons, and many, many more, Lydia is truly a terrific kid. Way to go, Lydia. Love, Miss Stagg. All right, kindergarten, first grade, moving on up to second grade. Lexi Hansford, would you please come forward? This is Lexi Hansford. We've had lots of Hansfords here over the years, and this is one of the latest ones. Lexi is in second grade in Miss Tiffany's class, and she is representing her class as terrific kid, and this is what Miss Tiffany had to say about Lexi. It has been a pleasure to teach Lexi for 2 years. She is always kind to others, listens, follows directions, and overall always does the right thing no matter the situation. She is trustworthy, dependable, honest, determined, and hardworking. There are 5 major characteristics I harp on in my classroom, and by far she meets and exceeds these expectations. Lexi, remember that the characteristics I've listed above are hard to keep as you get older. You will have trials in life, but I expect you to persevere through them as you do in the classroom. Stay the kind, fun-loving child that I have gotten the pleasure to be with in both kindergarten, as a kindergarten teacher, and now in second grade. Love those around you, love yourself for who you are. We are all so blessed to have you in our class. Love, Miss Tiffany. All right, Whitney. Please come forward. This is Whitney, and Whitney has Miss Everett this year. She's a second grader. And this is what Miss Everett has to say about Whitney. My students, because in Miss Everett's class, it's pretty democratic. So she always involves the students in a vote for the terrific kid, which I think is even more meaningful. So this is what she said. My kids and I chose Whitney Seebacher as our terrific kid. Whitney is a student who overflows with positivity and passion for learning. There are not many children with the amount of confidence and lightheartedness that Whitney shows daily. She is a true joy to teach. Whitney is a natural leader, both strong and confident. She also takes pride in assisting her teacher and helping out her fellow students. I have observed Whitney with her classmates. She tries to remain patient but enthusiastic as she is working with someone who just doesn't understand an assignment. Whenever I need help in the classroom, I know I can always count on Whitney. Whitney's classmates had a few thoughts to share about her. They said, when I asked Whitney why she feels that she deserves this award, she replied, I get my work done and help my classmates. She also said, I work as hard as I can to move my clip up and help my teacher. That is terrific. It is a terrific attitude, Whitney, and you are one terrific kid. Love, Ms. Everett. All right, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, we are now moving to the end of primary grades. And this is third grade. Cameron McKnight, please come forward. Cameron McKnight. Ms. Cameron McKnight is in Ms. Harwell's class. That class looped up, so he was in second grade with Ms. Harwell, and that has looped up so that he's now in third grade with Ms. Harwell. And this is what she has to say. Teaching a student that is honest, caring, hardworking, and motivated and respectful is always a pleasure. Having a student like that in my class is refreshing. Cameron McKnight is that student. When it comes to making choices, Cameron always chooses to take the high road and do what is right. He also surrounds himself with others that do the same. Whether he's reading, writing, doing math, or playing a game, Cameron always puts forth his best effort. He cares about the end result and works hard to make sure that it is right. If he does not understand something, he doesn't get upset and give up. Instead, he takes the time to search out a way that makes sense to him. His humble nature is a wonderful gift that others can benefit from. I have never heard him criticize or make fun of other students. In fact, he encourages them when they do something right. It's really sweet to hear him giving praise to other kids. It is one of my favorite qualities that he exhibits. Cameron is such a respectful young man who is on the right track for a successful future. He has it all: motivation, respect, strong work ethic, and a kind heart. All of these qualities add up to make him terrific. It is truly a blessing to have him in my class this year. Cameron McKnight. All right, another terrific kid, third grade. Hayden Edwards, please come forward. Hayden's lucky he's got a Kiwanian as a father, but I didn't even know that until he was selected, and that had nothing to do with his selection. This was strictly about teacher choice here. So this is Hayden Edwards. He's in Miss England's class, and again, she looped up as well. So Miss England knows Hayden very well because she's had him for 2 years. So this is what Miss England has to say about you, Hayden. I'm excited to announce that Hayden Edwards is our terrific kid for this 9 weeks. Hayden is a loving child who goes out of his way to make people happy and to do the right thing. All of Hayden's teachers always say how polite he is and how he goes all out of his way to be helpful. When someone in our class is trying to complete a task or attempting something new, we can always hear Hayden say, "Come on, you can do it," even if the task at hand had nothing to do with Hayden. He always wants his friends to be successful, and he never says a harmful word to anyone about anything. He is truly a great friend to everyone in our class. Here are some things Hayden's classmates have to say about him. If someone is mean to Hayden, he will be nice to them. He never plays while the teacher is teaching. He tells people to cheer up if they are sad. He is always kind and respectful. He treats people the way he wants to be treated. He keeps his grades up. He is never in a bad mood. He makes people laugh. He always helps clean up even when it's not his mess. He cheers, not for himself, but for other people. As Hayden's teacher for 2 years, I can honestly say that all of these comments are true. He's an amazing young man, and I am honored to be able to have him in my class again. Congratulations, Hayden. You certainly deserve this award. Love, Miss England. We're still learning the handshake. Okay, kindergarten, first, second, third, we're on to fourth grade. And I'd like Toriana Harris to please come forward. Toriana is very shy and very humble, but she is also a terrific kid, and let's see why. She is in Miss Andrews' class, and this is what Miss Andrews had to say about Toriana Harris. Toriana Harris is a terrific kid for many reasons. She is kind to all and honest in every situation. She is respectful and thoughtful to classmates and teachers. Toriana stays on top of her schoolwork and strives to always do her best. She is an incredibly valued part of our class, and we are so lucky to have her. She truly is an example for everyone to follow. Toriana Harris is a terrific kid. All right, another fourth grader, Mackenzie Clemens. We had to get Mackenzie off the PE field today. She came running in here. So Mackenzie has our other fourth grade teacher for homeroom teacher, and that's Miss Smith. Mackenzie is new to us this year, so it's very unusual to be claimed as a terrific kid recipient on your first year out. So this means you must be really very special. Let me see what Miss Smith has to say about you, Mackenzie. Mackenzie Clemens is our terrific kid this 9 weeks. She is a new addition to our school this year, and I am so very glad to have her in my class. Mackenzie comes to school every day prepared to work hard. Every morning, she is the first person to have her materials set up for me to check and is working hard on her morning work. She always follows directions and acts as a leader in her group. Mackenzie is very organized and responsible. She always has her homework complete and works on her classwork without being distracted. Mackenzie is one of those students I know I can put with any group or any student, and she will get along with them easily. She is reliable, hardworking, and always tries her best. Thank you, Mackenzie, for being such a wonderful peer to our classmates, and an all-around terrific kid. Keep up the great work. Miss All right, last but not least, certainly, these are the children that will have very few opportunities left to be terrific kid at this school because they will be moving on to middle school. I'd like for Jonathan Gibbons to please come forward. As you can tell from looking at Jonathan, he's a very serious young man. And he's in Miss Winters' class. And this is what Miss Winters has to say about Jonathan Gibbons. One of the greatest gifts a student can give a teacher is a curious mind. I like that. Jonathan Gibbons is a student who has given this kind of gift to me many times over. With his quick mind and keen eye for details, Jonathan thirsts for knowledge, and he eagerly comes to the well of education to drink in all that his curious mind can hold. His excitement for science gives me hope for our future, knowing that there is a young man who is passionate about how our world works scientifically. You can see the world expand in Jonathan's eyes when engaged in science lab. He goes beyond the surface questions, delving into the inner workings of our universe, with special interest in our home, the planet Earth. As an AB honor roll student, there is no question that Jonathan excels academically. However, what I believe will make Jonathan a success in whatever he chooses to do in his life is his ability to interact with many different kinds of people. He is always looking out for others, willing to help others rather than be helped. Jonathan Gibbons is one terrific kid who has a great future ahead of him. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Gibbons. All right. And our final terrific kid for this ceremony, I'd like Sarah Magallanes, please, to come forward. Sarah is also a very serious child, a very serious fifth grader. And we are going to be very sad to lose her and Jonathan next year to middle school. She is in Miss Downey's class, and this is what Miss Downey has to say about you, Sarah. Sarah Magallanes. For the first 9 weeks of school, we were really getting to know each other and getting used to the new routines of fifth grade. We had lots of new information. We had new skills, and expectations. One young lady in our class has not only adjusted incredibly well to fifth grade, but has also gone out of her way to help others adjust as well. Sarah Magallanes has been a wonderful student in fifth grade. She participates and contributes great thought and insight to all of our classroom discussions. Her classmates that sit in her table group are lucky because they know all of the supplies will be neatly organized and maintained by Sarah each day. She often shares her snacks with others and is always on to go to be the door holder. Many times she can be seen helping others with their work if she is already finished. Sarah is creative, she's hardworking, she's polite and respectful, and I am very, very lucky to have her as my student. Congratulations, Sarah. You are one terrific kid. Love, Miss Downey.
Look around, the changes catch your eye, and you come to realize one can make a difference. Reach out, stand out, find out what it's all about. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Life is bigger than just one. But one can make a difference. Nothing changes quite as much as change, and the things we rearrange, trying to make a difference. Reach down, deep down, look at the sky of another town. Listen well, the wind will tell you something good is in the air. Oh, life is bigger than just one. Oh, but one can make a difference. Stand out, find out what it's all about. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Reach out and stand down, find out what it's all about now. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Life is bigger than just one, but one can make a difference. Life is bigger than just one, but one can make a difference.